Boom. Okay, guys, welcome back. This is going to be a quick video. I want to help somebody out there who needs the help. Okay, if you feel like you are finding it very difficult to make a change or bring in uh a new change into your life, and you feel like you've had a long time and you have not been able to do it, and you feel like, oh damn, can I do it? Let me tell you, there's one way you can do it. Okay, there's one way you can do it. Find something that you believe. Okay, something that you believe strongly, have a strong belief about, and it has to be a good thing, something that you know can change your life, something that you know can change your life. Okay, now I call this a self-reflection. you know Self-reflection. You've ever been to a mirror? Come on. Okay, this is for young people. Okay, people that are coming up, growing up, new generation. If you want, you need this. Okay, every time you look in the mirror, you see yourself. Okay, you see another you see a reflection of yourself on the other side. Now, what would happen when the mirror is broken as you were self-reflecting? What would happen? Hmm? Or if a light came through a window and it just shines through and brightens it, wouldn't you look away? Or if it shatters, wouldn't you put your hands on your face or scream or jump or whatever your reaction is going to be in that transition while the mirror is shattered, or when the light strikes through the mirror and it eyesight blinds you, or it blinds your eyes? Wouldn't you look away? Wouldn't you put your hands on your face or do something or get away or look away from it? That's right. That's what you would do. Okay. Now, just like looking through water, if you're gonna look inside the water, if the water is in a bucket or a cup, it doesn't matter. Depending on the shade, you will see a reflection of yourself, right? Okay. Now, how to put it? You sit down in your house or wherever you are. This is very important because you need to understand the message. The message is, I'm trying to say, is you need time for yourself. You need to be alone. Okay, you don't need a distraction of people at all times. You don't need all the attention at all the time. You don't need people screaming at your ear, telling you do this, that, you did, or all that stuff. You see, it's distracting you from seeing yourself clearly. It's distracting you from finding that self-reflection that would determine who you truly are. You see, we are like waves in the mind. Our thoughts come and go. You see, our thoughts is what makes us who we are. You see, you need self-reflection. You need to sit down. This is what you got to do. You got to sit down. How did I know? I ignored this fact. I've always known it, but I've ignored it because that's what I'm good. I'm very good at ignoring things. I'm very ignorant. I can ignore some of the most important duty calls of my life and pretend they were nothing. You see, we have a time. Now, when I say time, as in there's a time for everything. Now, most of people do not understand what time of everything stands for. Time of everything means there are times in your life where you're going to get messages. There's these messages is going to come in your life. Now, these messages will come. They'll come like a wave. They're just passing through. They're just designed to pass through. And when that timeline comes, that timeline is your timeline. That timeline will come. That message will be passing through, floating through. It will float past you. Now, you either grab a hold of it, bring it back, use that to retrace where you're supposed to be. You see, that message comes. It says, what you need is you need to sit down. Like I said from the start, pick something that you strongly believe in, something that could change your life, something that makes change, something that could make a change, a structural change that would bring goodness into your life. And you need to think about that thought. You need to evaluate that thought. You need to uh, find new ways to branch out new thoughts from that one thought that you strongly believe about. You see, you do that, you are self reflecting, because the good thoughts you think about, the things you don't wait. Okay, people tell me that, oh, I feel depressed, I feel um sad, I feel angry, I feel confused. All these things, they're all a part of us. They make us who we are. Okay, but you see, we don't want the one thing or the two, three things that come into our life and take away what we need, and it stays, and that really unbalances the situation. We need to stay in balance. So we pick the good things. You see, don't wait when you're stressing. Don't wait when you're sad. Do not wait when you're angry or mad at something or somebody. Do not wait when you get your promotion. Do these things every time you have a chance. Okay, every time you get that chance in your life, you need to sit down and you need to self reflect on the good things and branch out new thoughts from that good belief system, that structural good system that you have. Build a structure from that and build new thoughts from that structure. For example, if you were to think about the sky makes you happy, right? You love the sky, the way the sky changes color. Sometimes it's dark, sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's white, sometimes there's rainbows. Like the sky brings rain. Like there's a lot of things that the sky has to associate with our minds and the way we feel and the things we see and how we think, right? That sky. Think about the sky. You think about all the colors of the sky, the things the sky brings. Now you think beyond the sky. What else is up above the sky or above the skies? Let's say this. If you go so far up in the sky, you could get to space. And what's in space? Stars. What's inside of a star is gas molecules that blow up and a new star is born. You see, if you think about stuff like that and you believe that stars, if you believe that, let's say if you believe that the star is you are a star, okay, and that when you're gonna grow up and eventually you're gonna get old and eventually you're gonna die and you're gonna be reborn again and you're a star. If you were to think about stuff like that, you connecting branches into your new thoughts, the good thoughts, you see, you start to realize that there is more to you than than what you yeah, there's more to you, there's more to life, there's more to there's something out there. Okay, so once that starts to spark, you see, you will branch out, you will eventually uh have more confidence in yourself, you have more confidence in the things that you do, you have more confidence that you can make something happen, you have more confidence that if I start something, I'll finish it. That's where you need to be. You need to do a self reflect. Everything around us is distraction. It's all to distract us. How do I know? I walk into a crowd of people, okay, and I went and sat down. I sat down and I was looking at people. I was looking at what people were doing. I was looking at, you know, what's happening, and I was like, all right, this is what's happening. Okay. Now I thought about what I want to do, so I got up. I went to the place I want to go. Straight there. I spoke to the person I wanted to speak to. I uttered what I wanted. And then I said, I'm going to stand over there. I stood there with that thought. I'm looking around. Mm, okay, okay, okay. So I'm like, I'm not doing this today. I'm not doing this day. I'm not doing that today because that's not good for me. And definitely that's not good for me. I'm going to do this instead. Right? You do that at home on your own. You eventually start to feel something. You start to feel something. You're feeling great again. You're feeling good. You're feeling relieved. You're feeling that feeling is what you're going to get every day. Self reflection is very, very important. If you don't do self reflection, if you don't do it at one point in your life, you will get lost. You will forget what you are, who you are, what you're supposed to do, what you're meant to do, where you're supposed to go, who your friends are, and the worst of all, you won't even know how to start to do it. The biggest problem for me was to start to do something, to get into it. But once you start it, you start thinking about it. You start progressively thinking about it, giving it more time to think about it. You see the action of the process that you're taking to go through it. That is a start to your finish. And you might not know it, but that's all it takes to make a change. As I'm recording this video with you guys, I'm sharing this with you. This is the change that I'm going through. And you have to be very, very lucky to be listening to this right now. You have to be very lucky to be watching this right now because as I am talking to you right now, this is the change I had to do for you to see. This is helping me. I'm doing this for me. And I'm just hoping that it will help you because this is what I'm doing. Self-reflecting. And I really hope that this video gets out there to somebody who really needs it because I feel like to go to a psychologist is a lot of money. You have to pay a lot of money to go to a psychologist. Somebody's going to mentally evaluate you. Now, if you got a medical problem, I suggest that you see your professional. You see your doctor or your clinical or a doctor that operates, a doctor that looks behind just our faces, somebody that, you got to go do that. But if you just need words and how to do something, how to reflect in yourself, how to just have enough power, enough strength, and how to get the energy just to reflect in yourself, how to keep that momentum, watch my videos and trust me, you will be saved because the hardest thing to do for a lot of people I've realized with myself was mentally challenging. It's mentally challenging for me. It has always been a mental challenge for me. That's always has ever been. I have a big beautiful heart. It just been mental. Okay, the decisions we make, and that's the reason behind our consequences. Mental. What you're thinking, what you're doing. You gotta watch that thought because not every thought is good for you. Okay, and not every thought is wrong. So you gotta mature out to pick those thoughts while you still can. If you were able to select a thought, then what makes you think you are incapable of selecting a thought that would restructure and put you in a new position that will renew your life, not your whole life, but renew that second, okay? Because you need to fill in those gaps in your mind. You see, our minds empty out; they run out of options. You gotta bring new words in. You gotta rebuild. You gotta reconnect those wires. You gotta bring the spark back into your mind. You gotta spark things up. You are an electrician in your mind. So sometimes when something fries, you gotta quickly go in there, fix the circuit, and that's up to you to fix the circuits. The circuits explode, and you got to bring in new wires, then rebrand, rewire, that's you, and that's me. Okay. So guys, don't forget, self-reflection is very, very important. I didn't think this video would be this long for self-reflection, but whoever watches it to the end now, if you're watching this to the end right now, let me tell you something, my friend. You have found a way. This was the way. You might have read many books, you might have looked places, maybe somebody could have, you tried to find a way to just, you just didn't have this thought. It never came to you because it was never the right time. Maybe it wasn't you that was supposed to do it. It was somebody else to bring it for you, and I brought it for you. I'm bringing it for you. Take it. Take this now and use it. Do not let this go. This is that transition I told you about. Your transition, and you're watching this. This is your transition. This is the thought that I'm giving you, and you need to branch it out. You need to use this. So remember, pick a belief that is good, that could change and restructure, rebrand, and create new things from it. All right? It's up to you. Okay? So thanks for watching, and I will be out now. Goodbye.